Chapter 6, Lesson 7b. This is about negative multiplication and division inequalities. So your learning target is that I know how to solve negative inequalities by using the multiplication and division properties of inequality. Yesterday, if you'll remember, we did the exact same thing as far as solving inequalities where they were multiplying or dividing. However, in this, those were positive numbers. These are going to be negative numbers, and the process shifts up just a little bit. So your learning target is I know how to solve negative inequalities by using the multiplication and division properties of inequality. So the key concept here is that when you solve inequalities that are being multiplied or divided by, nothing changes as far as the process to solve, except that when you multiply or divide by a negative number, you have to switch the signs. Okay, let's do an example and that'll make a little more sense. Example 1 says, solve negative 4 times x is greater than 4. Check your solution, then graph the solution on a number line. Okay, so what we have to do here is solve in the exact same way in the terms of getting x by itself. And to do that, we have to divide by a negative 4. Divide by a negative 4 on both sides. And when we do that, we're going to get x. And on this side, we're going to get negative 1. But here's the big difference. When you divide or you multiply, only if you're dividing or multiplying by a negative number, you have to switch the sign. This was greater than, now it is x is less than negative 1. Okay, so let's just check our solution, make sure this makes sense. We have to choose a number that is less than negative 1, so I'm going to choose negative 2. And we're going to have negative 4 times a negative 2. Is that greater than 4? Negative 4 times negative 2 is a positive 8, and 8 is greater than 4, so that checks out. Okay, and then we just have to graph this on a number line, so I'm going to build my number line here. We're going to graph x is less than negative 1, so I'm going to start with, I'll go ahead and start with 0 here, negative 1, negative 2, and 1 and 2. And then we're going to put an open dot at negative 1 since this is just less than. And it's less than negative 1, so we're going to go in this direction. Now what that means is that any number from negative 1 over to the left is going to make this inequality true. Okay? Let's do another example. Example 2 says, solve h divided by a negative 3 is less than or equal to 4. Check your solution, then graph the solution on a number line. Okay, so same things that we have to do here. We have to multiply by a negative 3 on both sides. And we end up getting h on this side is less than or equal to 4 times negative 3 is a negative 12. Okay, now if we check our solution here, h is less than negative 12, or we'll try negative 15. And negative 15 divided by negative 3 is less than or equal to 4. Negative 15 divided by negative 3 is a positive 5, is less than or equal to negative 4. Is this a true statement? Nope. No, if you notice, what I didn't do is that when I multiplied by a negative 3 on both sides, I have to switch the sign. It was less than or equal to, it needs to be greater than or equal to now. So h is greater than or equal to a negative 12. Now if I check my solution, I should get the right answer. So let's just choose negative 10 here. If we choose negative, or actually I'm going to choose negative 9 just because 3 goes into negative 9. I'm going to choose negative 9 divided by a negative 3. We want to make sure that's less than or equal to positive 4. And that's going to be negative 9 divided by negative 3 is a positive 3. And 3 is less than negative 4, or positive 4. So that works out. Okay, now we have to just graph this on a number line. I'm going to X this out too because that didn't work. And we're going to go, we're going to start with negative 12. And we're going to negative 13, negative 14, negative 11, negative 10, negative 13, and negative 14. And this is less than or equal, or greater than or equal to negative 12, so that needs to be a closed dot in the middle. And anything greater than means in the right direction, because negative 11 is greater than negative 12. And that's all you have to do. Hope that my little mess up here didn't fake you out, but that's exactly what you need to do. Okay, bye.